Hello everyone and welcome. Today's video is especially for those of you who have ever felt too old to start something new, who believe you've missed your chance, that it's impossible to regain strength, or that your body is simply tired and you must now resign yourself to weakening. But I tell you, this is not the case. In this video, I will share 7 practical recommendations that can completely transform your life, even if you are 60, 70, 80, or even 90 years young. If you feel like you've lost stability in your legs, experience pain when getting up, struggle with stairs, or can no longer play with your grandchildren, shop or clean your home as you once did, if even getting out of bed has become an effort, then this video is for you. Aging doesn't have to be synonymous with losing your autonomy. True, healthy aging boils down to 2 things: independence and self-reliance. And these 2 things can only be achieved through muscle strength, movement, and the right habits. What I'm about to share with you is the result of my daily experience in the clinic with older adults who came in thinking they were at the end of their journey. Now, those same patients are walking, playing, traveling, and caring for themselves with dignity and independence. You don't need to be anyone different. You just need to start. So listen carefully, because the 7 recommendations I'm about to present could be your turning point. I guarantee it's never too late to restore your strength, health, and freedom. Additionally, I'll reveal an ancient and powerful recipe, used for decades to strengthen muscles and improve balance, that can restore your autonomy, confidence, and the freedom to live strongly and happily. Let's embark on this journey together, starting with the first recommendation. Number 1. Use it or lose it. This is perhaps the simplest, yet most ignored rule of healthy aging. Quite simply, you either use your muscles or you lose them. The human body is designed for movement, but as the years pass, the body enters a quiet and constant process of muscle mass loss. This loss begins around the age of 30, and each decade without stimulation can lead to a reduction in muscle mass of up to 8%. When muscles diminish, they don't just take strength with them. Balance, mobility, and body stability also decrease. Along with this come aches, uncertainty, fear of falling, and even difficulty getting up from a chair. What do many older adults do when they notice they've weakened? They do the exact opposite of what they should. They stop moving, avoid effort, cease climbing stairs, stay home, and give up simple tasks like sweeping the floor or carrying a grocery bag. The less they use their muscles, the faster these muscles disappear. It's a cruel cycle. First comes weakness, then fear, then inactivity, and finally, dependence. But it doesn't have to be this way. Even at 60, 70, 80, or 90 years old, the body is still capable of responding to the right stimulus. The first step is to break out of inertia. If you feel pain when standing, stand up carefully, but stand up. If walking is difficult, take small steps, but walk every day. The body adapts, and the more you stimulate it, the more it responds. Remember, a muscle is like a right. If you don't use it, you lose it. But if you protect and strengthen it, it remains yours. No passivity, no accepting weakness as a natural part of aging. Movement is what sustains life. Even if it seems small, any effort is better than none, because every step you take is a step further away from a wheelchair, from a bed, from dependence. Move. To move is to live. Number 2, avoid strict diets. This recommendation is especially important for women over 60, though it applies to all older adults. In my practice, I frequently see patients who, noticing they've gained weight or feel heavier when walking, decide to go on a diet themselves, often choosing the most restrictive ones. The problem is that as you age, your body changes, and the weight you see on the scale doesn't always reflect your body's true condition. When you embark on an overly strict diet, your body perceives it as a threat and starts using muscles as an energy source. The result, weight does come off, but primarily from muscle mass. This is extremely dangerous because with muscle loss, strength decreases, metabolism slows down, and you regain weight, but this time as fat. This is what we call sarcopenic obesity. It leaves you with a body that has less muscle, more fat, and a much higher risk of falls, fractures, metabolic diseases, and loss of mobility. Many boast about losing 10 pounds in a month. But if those 10 pounds were muscle mass, the body has become even weaker, not healthier. What seems like a victory on the scale is actually a step backward in health. The right path is not starvation, nor completely eliminating foods from your diet, but rather a smart adjustment of your nutrition with an emphasis on quality proteins, adequate calorie intake, and regular physical activity. Weight loss may be necessary in some cases, but it must be accompanied by muscle strengthening and never come at the expense of your muscles. Overly strict diets accelerate body aging, and for older adults, regaining lost muscle mass takes much longer. Therefore, if you wish to lose weight, seek professional guidance. Remember, preserving muscle mass is more important than reducing a number on the scale. This isn't about appearance. It's about your strength, your freedom, and your quality of life. Number 3, variety in exercises. When an older person finally gathers the courage to start moving, they often choose only one activity and repeat it over and over again. While consistency is good, this can limit progress and even lead to a plateau. That's why variety in exercises is crucial, especially when it comes to rebuilding muscle mass, balance, and coordination. Many, upon hearing the words strength exercises, immediately picture a gym full of machines, dumbbells, and barbells. But it doesn't have to be that way. Resistance exercises can be done at home using your own body weight, resistance bands, or light dumbbells. The main goal is to safely, regularly, and diversely challenge your muscles. A simple squat, for example, actively engages your leg muscles, and performing it with your own body weight is highly effective. Using a resistance band for arm or shoulder training can also yield excellent results. Alternating different types of exercises helps activate various muscle groups, improving overall body strength and stability. Such variety also enhances the connection between your brain and muscles, known as neuromuscular coordination. This is critically important for preventing falls, because when an older person stumbles, the body must react quickly to maintain balance. But if reflexes are slowed and muscles are weak, a fall is almost inevitable. You've probably seen a young person stumble and manage to catch themselves. This is because their brain and muscles are still trained for quick reactions. For an older adult, this synchronicity needs training, and the best way to achieve this is to diversify movement, challenging the body in different positions, rhythms, and directions. So, even if you are already exercising, ask yourself, am I always performing the same movements? Could you add a walk, a new exercise, a resistance band routine, or even just a simple new movement at home? Your body loves novelty, and muscles grow when challenged. Variety in exercises is like giving new commands to your body, and these commands make you stronger, more stable, and better protected from falls. Number 4, increase protein intake. No matter your age, if you want to maintain or rebuild muscle mass, you must consume enough protein daily, and this is especially vital in older age. As we get older, the body undergoes a natural imbalance. The rate of muscle tissue building decreases, while the rate of breakdown increases. This means that simply maintaining your usual diet is no longer enough. You need to consume more protein than before, and do it strategically. But how much is enough? The recommendation for healthy older adults is approximately 0.7 grams of protein for every pound of body weight per day. To put it simply, if you weigh 150 pounds, you need roughly 100 to 105 grams of protein daily. At first glance, this might seem like a lot, but it's quite achievable when distributed evenly throughout the day. And this is another crucial point. Your body cannot absorb everything at once. Ideally, distribute your protein intake between breakfast, lunch, a snack, dinner, and even a light meal before bed. A significant portion of your protein can come from natural foods such as eggs, fish, lean meat, chicken, milk, cheese, yogurt, and legumes like beans and lentils. For those who find it difficult to reach the necessary level through diet alone, protein supplements can be used always under the guidance of a specialist. It's important to understand that protein is the main building material for muscles. If you engage in physical activity but don't consume enough protein, your body will break down its own muscles for energy, meaning you're losing precisely what you're trying to build. Furthermore, many older adults experience a natural decline in appetite, slower digestion, and difficulty consuming large portions. Therefore, it's often necessary to break down meals into smaller, more frequent portions, and even add protein supplements between main meals to ensure the ideal amount. Protein is the foundation of your strength, and without it, no physical activity will yield results. Proper nutrition is as important as movement, and in older age, consuming enough protein every day is an act of self-respect and the preservation of your autonomy. Number 5, regular stretching. Many consider stretching to be optional or insignificant, but in older age, stretching is a key practice for maintaining mobility, reducing pain, and enhancing the results of physical exercises. As we age, muscles tend to shorten, joints become stiffer, and movements lose their full range of motion. This is why many older adults start walking with smaller steps, experience difficulty extending their arms, or feel pain when trying to reach for something high. A lack of stretching directly contributes to these limitations. Before physical activity, stretching helps prepare the body, improves flexibility, and reduces the risk of injuries. After exercise, it aids muscle recovery, relieves tension, and facilitates protein integration into muscle fibers, which is critical for muscle growth. And even on days when you don't do strength exercises or walks, it's still worth performing stretches, because stretching is not just a physical exercise, but a mental one too. It forces the brain to connect with the body, to recognize its limits, and to expand its possibilities. Daily stretching improves posture, enhances circulation, helps relieve muscle aches caused by spasms, and even contributes to better sleep quality. Best of all, it can be done at home, simply with slow and controlled movements, respecting your own limits. You don't need to do anything excessive. Stretching your arms, rotating your shoulders, pulling your legs while seated, or gently moving your neck, all of this already helps. The main thing is not to let your body seize up, because when the body seizes, the mind also becomes stagnant, and then life begins to lose its motion. Stretching is like opening windows in your body every day. It refreshes, oxygenates, and restores the lightness that time tries to take away. Number 6, synchronized nutrition and workouts. This is one of the most common mistakes I observe in older adults who start exercising, working out on an empty stomach, or eating haphazardly without considering how it affects results. In reality, what you eat and when you eat it is crucial for gaining strength and muscle mass. During physical activity, your body needs quick energy to perform movements. If you don't eat anything before your workout, your body will seek energy from anywhere, and often it takes it from your own muscles. This means that instead of building muscle mass, you end up losing even more. That's why it's so important to have a light meal before exercising, Such a meal should contain carbohydrates, such as a slice of whole grain toast, a banana, or a small portion of rice, along with a source of protein like an egg, some cheese or yogurt. This combination helps protect your muscles during your workout and gives your body the necessary energy to perform effectively. After your workout, your body enters a recovery mode. It's at this moment that it needs the building blocks to repair the stimulated muscles, and those building blocks are proteins. Therefore, a good post-workout meal, rich in protein and containing some carbohydrates, helps solidify your results and accelerates recovery. Working out on an empty stomach, especially if you already have low muscle mass, is like trying to build a house without construction materials. It might seem like you're putting in effort, but in practice, you're only weakening your body further. And it's not just about what you eat before or after. The structure of your diet throughout the day is also important. Breaking down protein intake into portions, drinking water regularly, and avoiding long periods without food. All of this affects how your body responds to physical exertion. Workouts and nutrition must go hand in hand. One strengthens the other. When you synchronize what you put on your plate with what you do with your body, results come much faster and with greater safety. Number 7. Stay active on rest days. Resting doesn't mean stopping completely. This is something many older adults need to understand. Even on days when you're not formally training, it's still essential to maintain movement. Light, natural, but constant. Your muscles do need breaks to recover, but these breaks should not turn into complete immobility. Spending an entire day sitting or lying down without any physical stimulus hinders progress, weakens muscles, and increases the risk of stiffness, aches, and a general decline in energy. On so-called rest days, it's best to take light walks, ideally outdoors in pleasant surroundings. Move your arms, go up and down a few stairs, sweep the yard, tend to your plants, or socialize with other people. Any movement matters. Besides activating your muscles, such activities stimulate your brain, and maintaining cognitive function is just as important as preserving physical strength. Science has already proven that regular physical activity reduces the risk of diseases like Alzheimer's and depression in older age. This is where a lifestyle change begins. Physical activity should not be an exception or something occasional. It should become a part of your daily life, like brushing your teeth, taking a shower, or preparing food. Movement needs to become integrated into your day. Moreover, there should be enjoyment in this process. Use your non-training days to live more lightly. Take a walk with a friend, chat with a neighbor, listen to good music while stretching. These moments support both your physical and mental health. Staying active on rest days is what ensures continuity, and it is continuity that transforms effort into results and habit into quality of life. Now, to complement these recommendations, I want to share a very powerful and ancient recipe, used for decades to strengthen muscles, improve balance, and restore vitality in older age. It's simple, natural, and accessible. This recipe combines functional foods that help restore muscle energy, combat fatigue, and keep your body strong and resilient even after 60. You will need 1 well-ripened banana, 1 tablespoon of natural, unsweetened peanut butter, 1 tablespoon of fine rolled oats, a pinch of ground cinnamon, about 1.2 cup, or 4 fluid ounces of warm milk. This can be cow's milk or a plant-based alternative, like oat or almond milk. Preparation method. First, mash the banana well with a fork. Then, add the oats, peanut butter, and cinnamon, mixing everything until a homogeneous paste forms. Finally, gradually add the warm milk until you achieve a creamy consistency, similar to a light porridge. You can consume this recipe in the morning as a functional breakfast, or about an hour before physical activity. It provides quick energy, plant-based protein, potassium for your muscles, and natural anti-inflammatory compounds. Everything a mature body needs to move with greater strength and confidence. Adding this recipe to your daily routine, along with the 7 habits you've learned today, can transform your muscle health. It's simple, yet powerful, and it could be the beginning of your personal transformation. In conclusion, aging with health is not a matter of luck. It's a daily choice. Today, you've seen that even as the years pass, it is still possible to reclaim your strength, stability, and freedom. With simple actions, consistency, and the right nutrition, your body can be transformed. It doesn't matter how old you are, 60, 70, 80, or more. What matters is what you decide to do from this moment forward. Use the muscles you still have. Eat wisely, stretch, walk. Diversify your movement. Stay active every day. And if you need to rest, rest in motion. And above all, believe in yourself. The recipe you learned today is a symbol of this. Something simple can be powerful. Something natural can be effective. And what seems small can change everything. If this video has been a starting point for you towards recovering strength and independence, subscribe to the channel so we can continue this journey towards healthy and active aging together. Let us know in the comments, "I will fight weakness." And please share this video with other older adults who need a new start. Because there is still time, because your body responds, and because you deserve to age with strength, balance, and dignity. Thank you so much for staying with us until the end. We'll see you in the next video.